was like, I'm just gonna do a solo stream today. You do your own thing as well, and have some fun doing it. We're gonna play some Downwell. It says Downwell. I'm glad to hear that. Definitely says he's playing Downwell. Okay, this is my first time. This is literally my first time playing Downwell. I have already almost died. I'm trying to see the volume again if it's a little too high, but that's okay. Let's learn something here. NL, did we rule out power supply problems? We'll deal with this at a later date. As far as I know, let me describe what I know about Downwell. It's published by Devolver Digital. It is a roguelite, I guess, game where pretty much our goal is to descend as deep into these catacombs as possible and eventually, you know, beat the final boss, win the game. We have boots that are guns, and there's also like a little score attack. Oh, that guy hurts me. Okay. There's a little score attacky like combo stuff going on here. There's also shops and different power-ups for our gun boots. Each one of those power-ups carries different levels of shots, or different numbers of shots, like ammo, I guess you would call it in the civilized world, that allow you to keep your combo going. You want to keep your combo going because it gives you rewards of some sort. Did Sleep Cycles turn you on to this? Sleep Cycles and Mathis playing it. I had heard of it, but I was like, I'm too busy for that shit. I got computer problems. But then I was like, let's do it. Getting gems causes a bullet to show up. Gem high lasts for longer duration. Or jetpack for use when out of charge. Put me on complicated wires. This is like Super House of Dead Ninjas. It's interesting. I'm gonna try like gem high lasts for longer duration. It's interesting how many people have like different choices for what this like represents for them. Some people say Spelunky. Some people say Super House of Dead Ninjas. Some people say like it's an inverted tower climb. People have like different mindsets of it. I already died here. When is Scumboy Nick coming back from Ireland? I don't know, maybe never. That's not, I shouldn't say that because people will believe me, but no, as far as I know, he's there. His intention was to be there for 2 weeks, so he's still got like another 4 or 5 days at least before it becomes a problem. Is this Afterbirth? This is not Afterbirth. What's my principal goal in the game? You know, obviously our goal is just to do as well as possible, but our principal goal is to defeat Mathis. And if we can defeat Mathis, then, you know, all is right in the universe, as usual. I guess if you land on something, you get all of your ammo back, which is allowing me to sort out these dope combos. That's also why I skipped that shop there, because I was like, I don't need a shop. I got a freaking 11, 12, 13, 14 combo going on here, and now I'm the world's greatest player of all time. Did I just get the highest score in human history? Rocket jump, apple, or timeout. Creates time void when damaged. I'm not gonna play some dandy, chat. Let's take rocket jump, and we'll see how this works. And we'll try to get our combo going a little bit here. I don't really know, like, I'm looking forward to being really shitty at a roguelike again. I haven't been shitty at a roguelike since earlier this morning when I played The Binding of Isaac Rebirth. If the gun module is a heart, it gives you 1 health. If the gun mod is a battery, it gives you 2 charges. Okay. You don't lose combo when going into the shop bubble. That's very interesting to note, actually. Hello. Car battery, +2 charge. Rice ball heals 1 HP. Energy drink heals 1 charge. Okay, let's get, we bought a car battery, so now we have +2 charges. Oh, there goes my combo. So we gotta be vigilant about stuff like that, I guess. Okay, don't step on the turtle shell. Or not the turtle shell, but that guy. I probably should have known that. We're actually very near to death. I would expect to, you know, get used to it is what I'm trying to say. I get a little bit of like a Luftrausers vibe from parts of the game. Specifically the fact that we have like a dope-ass laser coming out from our body right now. Alright, laser seems kind of like not so great for combos, but great for getting down there. Hey! I have almost died, but in the meantime, thank you, Creature, for the subscription. Could you pretend you have a guest throughout the entire show? I could probably try, but it would be like... I think it would be suboptimal. Like, after 3 hours of that, we would be like, you know, I think this guy needs to go to the hospital. NL is shitting lasers. I'm learning a little bit here. How's it going, chat? Do you mean a Luftballons vibe? I do not mean a Luftballons vibe. But that song is pretty good. Just get Tomo, get Kate. Kate's gonna be in the shower, doing shower type things soon. So, you know, we gotta schedule. Chad, don't offend me by suggesting you know, you're not happy that it's just me today. I can understand a little bit of reticence that there's no co-host, but at the same time, we've had good times together solo. Remember Fallout? We'll always have Fallout. Remember GeoGuessr? Remember the day The Binding of Isaac Rebirth came out? We'll be here together. Don't worry about it. Okay, this is a sparkling ruby red gem. So I'm assuming the gems are gems? Can you get HP drops, or can you only buy HP drops? Or do you even want to spoil that for me? Maybe you don't want to even spoil that for me yet. Okay, we've made it down here. Remember when NL played CSGO? Oh, those were the days. Getting gems recharges gun boots. That sounds good. Jolly Joyce, thank you for the subscription as well. I mean, is GeoGuessr on the docket? Heck yeah, GeoGuessr's on the docket, assuming it actually works today. And that's not GeoGuessr's problem, that's my problem. But again, like the video card stuff, I'm not going to belabor the point because we've already sorted it out. It's in the mail, basically. I don't want any of this nonsense. I'm going to save our gems. Are there any Downwell aficionados in the chat that can tell me, is this one of those games where I kind of like choose my own adventure as far as goals go? Like, is it like... Oh, that animation is pretty dope. And I'll play Afterbirth if you're going to be alone. What I was going to say, I'll touch on that in a second. What I was going to say is that, you know, in Spelunky, there is a goal. Like, eventually you're like, I want to get to hell and, you know, do well on the daily challenges. But for the first little while, you're mostly just like, I want to survive and not be shitty. Is that basically what we're at here? Like, I should just be expecting to suck less every single run? There is an end. Yes, that is true. It has a singular goal, reach the bottom. Regarding Afterbirth, I don't have it. I try to tell you that if you believe the stuff Tyrone says on Twitter, you're gonna be disappointed because you're living in a false reality, but the truth is sometimes more boring than the fiction. I don't have Afterbirth yet. Not that I can play it anyway because it runs an OpenGL, but our video card should be here before that time comes. You will never suck less. Well, that's just disappointing. Yeah, I think we'll take Gem Attractor. Sucks in nearby gems. Although, I gotta say, Knife and Fork, consume dead bodies to gain HP seems good. Tyrone never lies. You guys know nothing about Tyrone. The only reason Tyrone has a Twitter is to retweet art and post pictures of cars and then lie about me having the Binding of Isaac Afterbirth. You guys are still barking up the wrong tree if you're gonna be mad at Oh, I'm an idiot. If you're gonna be mad at anybody for having Afterbirth, you should be mad at Luke, who actually does have it. I'll throw a Luke under the bus every single day. Yeah, let's play with the matcha style. It must be just the visual style. Oh, that is I don't know. I kind of feel like this is a little bit more taxing on the old ocular region. I'm gonna try to FC this whole freaking level. I don't even, you know, I'm already a master at this game, so to task me with doing the first level is just knoppy. It just seems disappointing, honestly. Oh, it's soy milk! Ah, okay, I'm starting to get the loop a little bit. The larger your combo, the more gems you get as a bonus. The more gems you get as a bonus, the more stuff you can buy. The more stuff you can buy, the more likely you are to make it further. If this made you happy, NL, then I'm happy. Oh, don't make me sound like a monster, Luke. But if I'm gonna catch flack for having Afterbirth when I don't have Afterbirth, I'm just gonna sell you out for having Afterbirth when you do have Afterbirth. I will totally take the easy way out on that one. And you can drown your tears in all the sweet, sweet items that you don't even need to have spoiled for you because you already know. Increases range and accuracy. Getting gems causes a bullet to shoot up. More upgrades to choose from, plus gain 1 HP. I'm gonna try increased accuracy. And now the weapons give you either HP or charge when you take them, so if you... Oh, whoa! This laser sight is freaking me out. I know I chose it, but it's still freaking me out. There's actually a very satisfying gameplay loop going on here. Oh, I fell on an enemy I should not have fallen on. And now I am dead, and I'm bad. That's not very nice. I hope you get hit by a large car, Luke. That's just extremely rude. I didn't mean to go back to the surface either. Let's go to pallet. A small, maybe like a Fiat, he could live. He might even do more damage to the car than the car does to him. We'll play in the standard style. Go back to red? I don't know. Aqua's looking pretty nice here. By the way, Downwell, not that I'm necessarily trying to sell you on the game 2 minutes into it here, but if you are interested in it, it's literally $3 Canadian on Steam. Can someone... I got a rant ready if someone wants to let me know how much it is American. Because if it's $2 American, I'm going to be a little salty. It's only $1 in the whole scheme of things, but $2... Oh my god, these enemies you can't step on. I got to learn their art a little better. $3 or $2 Canadian. Sorry, I've got it backwards again. $2 American does not map to $3 Canadian. Have I even said words here? 300 gems. This is not very good. It's 3 American. Okay, all's fair then. All's fair. Let's try gain HP because I need that. Plus, we get more options later. I've got a rant ready for NLSS bot. Hey, NLSS bot. His tweets do not represent those of his employer. So don't be mad at him just because he's been chatting online with hot babes all day. I have 400 gems. We can buy something with 400 gems. Plus 2 charge. Let's do it. It's fucking $5 Australian of all scumbags. Wow, that is pretty unfortunate. I'm starting to get a taste that I used to be like, you know, I have sympathy for you living in Australia or you know, using the euro as well. Oftentimes that ends up being the case. But like, I didn't really understand because the Canadian dollar was at par. Now that the Canadian dollar is just like hot garbage, I understand the regional pricing fiascos, and I'm getting bent out of shape about it. God, I am really bad. I am really bad. Suppose it was $2. What are you gonna do about it? I don't know. Demand my 17 cents in foreign exchange arbitrage? Arbitrage? You should probably jump on the bats. And now, how much Canadian did it cost to buy Downwell? Oh, I don't know. I have people for that. No, I actually did. I bought it myself. I believe it was 3. Maybe when you get down into that price point, they're not going to be too anal about it. I'm not sure, though. Let's get all these gems. More like arbitrage. That's just rude and also ignorant of a very important financial concept. Okay, here we go. We're starting our combo off right. I have ended our combo. We're going to start our next combo off right. Boom, boom. I want you in my room. Spend the night together. From now until forever. There we go. The floor is lava. The floor is still... Oh my god, the bats are... Why are bats always the worst enemy in every game? Also, what's the deal with airplane food? 362 is not too bad. What happens when you're in gem high as well? Does that give you like more charge for your gun boots? Shops at Star plus 10% discount. Consume dead bodies to gain health. That seems good for me. And now in Fallout 4, no, in Fallout 4, please don't be hot garbage. I guarantee I'm gonna be worse at Fallout 4 than I am at New Vegas. I have hope that I could be better because of the fact that I have now played a Fallout game and as such should not be so bad. But also I recognize that I'm only doing okay at Fallout 4 because chat was there for me, and chat might not be as there for me with Fallout 4 because the game is not gonna be, you know, 6 years old when I play it. Fucking clickbait NL shows nuclear thrown on a video. Play some Nick game. Arm spin style. Maybe one day. But we're not doing any clickbait nonsense. If I be like, if you're a fan of roguelikes, you've gotta watch this. That would be if you see me making headlines like that, we've crossed through the looking glass and we've got a real problem on our hands. I'm like I'm pretty anti-clickbait guy, you know. I respect you guys and your time, and I don't want to mislead you. I don't want to BuzzFeed you. That's why I name things like, you know, The Binding of Isaac Rebirth episode 884, and then like the freaking tagline or the title will be like Ezekiel. You know, it's not like Hot babes in bondage. The Binding of Isaac Rebirth. OMG, you won't believe what happened here. And I'm not throwing shade, as the kids say. Ooh, burst. Never used this before. I'm not throwing shade, as all the kids say these days, on anybody else. You know, you gotta do what you gotta do. It's like they said in the Cheers theme song, making your way in the world today takes everything you got. But, it's not my style. Blocks will shoot out bullets when destroyed. Bullet casings deal damage. Stomping on enemies causes a blast. Let's try that. Yeah, oh my god, naked baby cries mom to death. Episode 84. But, you know, again, it's everybody's you gotta make your own way in the world. Thank you, Mike Yamatachi, for the resub, and I'm trying to spot the actual sub, but I think I'm gonna have to wait till I die to shout that out. So, never fear, it should only be like another 30 or 40 seconds until the sweet embrace of death is encountered by me. Man, burst is so dangerous. I got a pretty nice combo there. The other thing I see on Twitch now is like, and again, I actually love the Twitch community. I'm not firing shots. I'm more just like, consider me like your old grandpa who's trying to understand new trends. Now when people go live on Twitch, they're like going live on Twitch, and then below that is like a selfie of them giving like a thumbs up. And I'm like, at TwitchCon, is there like a panel that was like, well, I've split tested AB, and if you put a selfie in your tweet, that gets you an extra like 4% click-through rate, blah, blah, blah. Palette unlocked to G-Boy. Oh, that's gotta be like, duochromatic, two-tone. Yeah, that, with my brightness, that actually looks hideous, but, I think I'm gonna go back to maybe red for now, because I think I can understand that a little bit more. NL, you're like 30 years old. Are you high? I'm only 26, believe it or not. Brandon the Fish and Jolly Joyce, thank you both for the subscriptions. Hope you guys are doing well, and thank you very much for joining us here. These are TwitchCon secrets. I didn't go to TwitchCon, so I didn't get the message on how much your click-through rate is improved when you put a selfie in your tweet when you're going live. I don't know. I feel like maybe that would be counterintuitive if you're a 26-year-old bald man who could be in better shape, but maybe I'm just being overly cynical about it. Again, I don't really care. Like, you can do whatever you like. Mostly I'm just like, whoa, you can embed media in tweets now? What year is this, 2010? It's amazing. Wow, 26? I thought 28. Well, I mean, if we're being realistic, I pretty much am 28. I'm 26, but let's be honest, not much is going to change by the time I'm 28. I'm still going to be this grizzled old internet veteran you see in front of you today. You should make your Twitch selfie the most awkward one of all time. No, but then you do that, and then I think I could probably use a longer state of invincibility when I get hit. Then people are gonna think you're like throwing quote-unquote shade at them, and then it's like, oh, you know, why are you being an asshole? And I'm like, I'm not being an asshole, I'm just cracking a joke. But I guess cracking a joke at somebody else's expense when they're not in on the joke does kind of make you out to be a little bit of an asshole, I suppose. I can't believe I didn't get hit there. Get these combos going. Oh, we got it. I gotta admit, right now, I don't think I've mastered the laser. I prefer the normal right now because it allows me to buoy myself a little longer. You know, keep that air buoyancy going. Shotgun. I don't know if I've ever had this before. Or maybe it was the first one I ever had. No, I need to bounce on them! There we go. Okay. This is good stuff so far. Fuck, I want to try this shit. Well, you can try this shit. It is out. It is out in the world today. Use Tomo for the selfie? I should. How could I not take beep boop hello I'm a drone? And yeah, what was your favorite 90s show? I mean, it's probably The Simpsons. It's not like a particularly like hip answer, I guess, but it's definitely like The Simpsons from the 90s is unbelievably classic. Or extremely believably classic, you know, if you watched it back then. Okay, break that, fall down. Kill the frog, kill this guy. I'm not doing as well as I'd like on combos. Should probably also stop skipping shops. I think that this is not advisable. There we go. Let's go into this one. We got 1,006. This is not a shop though. Puncher. Okay, so it's like a It's like a triple shot. Oh, and I've already almost died. We got 12 charges for it. So it's very, very short range. We got like a heavy slugger or something. Short range, lots of charges. Okay. Understood. I kind of hate it. NL, who won your elections? I mean, you could just Google that. I mean, you shouldn't be getting your election news from me personally, but it was, to save you the trouble and the 8 kilobytes of bandwidth, it was, the Liberal Party of Canada won a majority government. How do you choose the title for your Isaac episodes? Mostly, I've said this many times, but I look at the thumbnail that YouTube auto-picks, and then yes, well, more upgrades to choose from. I look at the thumbnail that YouTube auto-picks and just basically play word association. Whatever comes to mind. Now, I actually did see Mathis and Sleep Cycles get this far. So I know that those red blocks create spikes when you step on them. So you gotta be careful with those. We got some real spooky, skeleton-y type stuff going on here. Oh, that combo was so good until it wasn't. Okay. I don't know, his drone seems to be working out pretty well. That's how he sometimes gets the same words. Yeah, I mean, my vocabulary is more than like 1,500 words, believe it or not, but sometimes I duplicate because I'll get like, you know, I look at the thumbnail that YouTube has and it's like me using Lemon Mishap, and then I'm like, oh, puddle, and then people are like, oh, wow, you named the episode the same thing as you named the last one, fuckboy, and I'm like, oh, well, I didn't. That was 2.5 years ago, last time we had that. It must be less than 2.5 years ago because I never would have used Lemon Mishap until Afterbirth came out. Actually, that's not true. I would have never used, no, yeah, Lemon Mishap. Lemon Party I would use. Does the fire hurt? I don't know. Get in the shop. We gotta spend some of our stuff here. There you have it, non-believers. NL did manage to get to 2-1. We need the sushi. Let's get an energy drink as well. The music in this game is real good, by the way. I noticed it was done by the same dude who did the music in Spelunky HD. So I'm not surprised that the music is good. Kind of feel like laser or increased range might be good because we have Puncher right now and it has shit range. So I'm starting to get into the synergies already. The dream is alive. Ye of little faith, you know? Like, I recognize I'm not always the fastest learner in video games, but I've only been playing this thing for like half an hour. Boy, he's never gonna make it. Yo, that's needlessly reductive, I'd say. We're doing pretty well. I think we're doing pretty well, at least. Again, remember, I don't have like the most ambitious goal in the world. Mostly I just want to beat Mathis, so we're not too far off from that. What are we at here? 730. Let's get +1 charge. If you beat this level, I'll believe you have gotten further than Mathis. Well, come on, Mathis. You're supposed to at least put up like a little bit of a fight. As opposed to just lose on like the 5th level. It's like this dude's never played platformers before in his life. He's too busy watching the Star Wars The Force Awakens trailer for the 33,000th time. That's only a slight exaggeration. Oh, 1 HP, 1 HP. That's okay. We can redeem ourselves here. The shotgun. The entire goal of NL's life, beat Mathis. I'm just trying to maintain the status quo. There you go. All right, it's done. 2-2 is cleared. How long is the game anyway? Just so I know, like, roughly where we stand. Let's try it sucks in nearby gems. NL has Star Wars Episode 7. Yeah, it's true. I've already seen it. Did you see Mathis's tweet actually, like, look, I have to answer questions about why I hate Mathis all the time, which leads me to believe I probably go a little bit over the top with our friendly rivalry. Ah, I died. But his tweet that was like, I think that Han Solo and Leia's son is Kylo Ren. Think about it. It's like he's like Han Solo, Luke Skywalker, Kylo. And I was like, dude, you've gone too deep down the rabbit hole. Slow it down, mister. You're getting a little too invested here. It's like it's episode 1 all over again. It's not me saying it's gonna be bad, it's just you slow your roll a little bit. NL, you can wall jump. I don't think that's true. I don't appear to be able to wall jump. But if I'm missing something, please feel free to let me know. This is not spoilers. If you didn't know that Luke's last name was Skywalker, I have a hard time believing you're gonna care about spoilers. The Iron Turtle 69 is a great name. I'm sorry I've killed so many of your brethren so far in Downwell, but I appreciate the subscription. As they say, up, down, to the side. Welcome to the Lion Pride. Good, good, great. I like these guys. Oh, if I just not shot that guy, we could have actually made it. Does anyone else find it funny that he's so confident about fighting all these jellyfish? Shoot a gun module to reshuffle it once. We got a D6. These jellyfish, they're easy, man. Yo, NL, I can't seem to get it. Are you having a giggle at John Malkovich's Russian accent, or are you into it like you should be? Because he might not be perfect, but he's way better than any other actor. Trying to have a Russian accent, he's actually pretty close to what it should sound like. Mostly, it's just that Rounders is a hilarious movie. And it's not even bad, like hilarious, like The Room or something like that. It's mostly just, like, it's entertaining. But part of what makes it entertaining is John Malkovich chewing the fucking scenery as Teddy KGB, which is also just a great name for a villain in a movie about professional gambling. Fucking Teddy KGB. I got nothing but love for John Malkovich. I really like being John Malkovich. I really like Burn After Reading as well, but his performance as Teddy KGB is kind of amusing, I think. This kid couldn't even get Mouth. I think the truth is that Mouth probably expected the Toronto Blue Jays to be out of the MLB playoffs by now, but because they keep staying alive, maybe he resents having to keep skipping the games to be on the NLSS. Maybe if they get eliminated tonight, he'll come back tomorrow. Safety jetpack, more upgrades to choose from, plus gain 1 HP or gain 4 HP. Let's take more upgrades to choose from. I didn't mean to kill that guy, and then that caused me to take damage. Man, there's a lot of, like, enemies to learn about very quickly here. My favorite are the jellyfish, for sure. More jellyfish, less bats, less enemies with shells, except turtles. I'm being oddly specific here. Less enemies with auras, for sure. Oh, God, I'm going down swinging here. There we go. Good, good. Not good, not good. Combo's still going, though. No. Oh, those jellyfish are like the ultimate combo boosters, but man, I messed it up. NL, the game is color-coded. Don't stomp on red. Okay, that's good to know. NL, my favorite movie is Burn After Reading. How old am I? I don't know, probably like 20? Maybe you're 20? Or 40? I don't know. NL, I love Nick and Josh and Malf, but these solo streams are dope as F. I appreciate that, thank you. You can wall jump by hitting the wall, then changing directions and firing. Is this one of those so-called internet trolls I've heard about? I don't seem to be able to wall jump here. Maybe it's only with specific weapons? Oh, wait. The dream! Okay, I understand now. It's actually surprisingly tricky to execute on first blush, but okay, that's really good to know. I'm sorry I called you one of those internet trolls I've heard so much about, when in actuality you were being a genuine nice person there. I appreciate it. Is Rob alive? Like, he keeps showing up in our Skype conversations like once a day, so he's definitely still living, which is really encouraging, actually. Because for a while, people were like, I haven't heard from Rob. And I'm like, oh, I really, like, actually hope he didn't die. Because, I mean, you know, we've joked about it, but you really should see a doctor. We're kind of at the point where, like, I don't want to laugh about it anymore. Because I think that if I laugh about it, that sort of makes it, like, more... Oh, I guess we've lost our area there. If I laugh about it, it sort of seems like I'm saying it's implicitly funny that he's not going to the doctor. And it was for a while, but now it's not. Now he should really, like, go to the doctor, like, as his #1 priority in his life. But I'm not, you know, it's also weird because we have this etiquette of not telling other people how to live their lives that I want to respect. But at the same time, at some point, you're being a good friend if you put pressure on someone to do that, I think. Because we care about you. Let's take lift off here. Alright, nice to know that once you're in the time void, you also keep your combo going. I'll try to make good use of that. The thing is, like, this game, in contrast to something like Spelunky or especially Rebirth, it moves so fast that it's really hard to push those ideals and actually do them. And now, what's your opinion on mozzarella sticks? I'm for them. Absolutely. I don't get a chance to eat them too much, because I find that once you get past a certain age, or maybe before you reach a certain age, you get judged for what you order in a restaurant. And 26 is definitely when you should be like, yeah, I'll have the, you know, responsible choice. Triple shot, okay. Plus 2 charges as well. And mozzarella sticks are rarely the responsible choice. You have to kind of like go out with a friend and be like, you know, I'm gonna order mozzarella sticks, is that okay? And they're gonna be like, oh, girl, you shouldn't. Who's not pro mozzarella sticks? Maybe it's a regional thing. I need the HP right now, I think. Can someone explain to me, what's up with the charges? So I have 11 charges right now. Do charges degrade somehow? Like, I know that I've gained... Oh, what the heck? This shell is too strong. He can only be stomped on, I suppose. Oh. I am an idiot, but somehow lived. What was I gonna say? Yeah, like, do we lose charges permanently for something the same way you would lose HP as chicken in Nuclear Throne if you die? And that's why we get more? Or do you just tend to, like, linearly go up as time goes on? What's your opinion on triple bacon cheeseburgers? I suppose I'm for them. Charge equals ammo, replenishes when you land or stomp on an enemy. And then, like, every item you pick up gives you either HP or more ammo charges for the future, I suppose. Okay. I understand a little bit more. Thank you very much. Let's just get out of here. I don't trust these guys. Good. Combo still going. Noppy, I think, is kind of a bad gun. But I may be mistaken in that. I definitely should not have touched that turtle's face. What's your opinion on your opinion? Do Michael Caine eating a Baconator for the first time? That'd be more like... It tastes like brown. It just tastes brown, Master Wayne. Something like that. You don't lose charges. Some weapons require a certain amount of charges to fire, like laser or shotgun. Good to know. Okay. Try the V-Boy palette. I'll be your boy, standing in my V-Boy stance. This is hideous. I mean, I know that it's kind of, like, deliberately hideous. It is sort of hurting my eyes. But I'll keep it up because I like you. It is kind of terrible, though. Puncher. I don't really like the puncher. Oh, my God. Okay, we gotta get... Go back to Downwell style. My resolve there lasted about as long as, like, my corneas did. Cool Easter egg, though. I'm doing pretty poorly on the catacombs so far. We got 1,700. Oh, my God. Okay, get +1 charge. Might as well get +1 HP. We're not using our money on anything else. Use Aqua. I will admit that Aqua looked good, but I'm going vanilla style for now. Maybe later on I can get into some... trickier stuff. Not trickier, but, you know, more varied stuff. Don't step on the spikes. That would be bad for business. I like that these torches are here to keep my combo extended, though. We're super high on gems right now. Let's take a pretty balloon. This music is so good. I really like, one of the things I was really excited about was like, oh, this game has the music from Spelunky, man. So I'm definitely in. I bought the Spelunky soundtrack and actually listened to it unironically, which, I mean, is what you should expect all the time. What do you think of the new pay-to-win DLC of Rocket League? Hold up. Okay. Inform me of what's going on with Rocket League, because I thought it was all microtransactions that are cosmetic. Is one of the cars have like particularly better stats or something like that? What's going on? I have a tendency to trust Psionics, so I'm giving them the benefit of the doubt here. It's funny how Scumlord thinks better of triple bacon cheeseburgers than matzo sticks. That's not me, man, it's society. I would rather eat the matzo sticks, but if you order a triple bacon cheeseburger, people are gonna be like, that's an adult thing to order, even though it is obviously an irresponsible decision, and that's okay. Burst. It's all cosmetic. DeLorean is all cosmetic. They added DeLorean DLC. That's not really pay to win. I mean, it's not. I'm not really one to talk about microtransactions right now, considering, you know, I'm playing Magic the Gathering, which makes like all other pay to win games look like fucking Bush League social manipulation. You know, Magic the Gathering has got that shit on lock. It's got it mastered. What do I think of pay to win? I think that I am a vessel for serotonin and dopamine that is easily manipulated by foily cardboard. Consume dead bodies to gain HP. Let's do it. Time travel is a huge advantage. That is true. I never considered that. If you could just go back in time and stop yourself from, you know, letting that goal in, that seems pretty valuable. I got a story to tell you about Magic the Gathering, chat, but it's gonna... For a lot of people, it's gonna annoy them. I'm gonna try to make it as accessible as possible. I played in a Magic the Gathering booster draft last night, which is basically like, everybody gets 3 booster packs, and then it's like a fantasy football draft or something like that. You pick the card you want, then you pass the booster pack to your left or your right, depending on where you're at. You're supposed to take out the basic lands. Every pack has some basic lands. So my pack, I open it up and there's a basic land. I'd take it out and I think nothing of it. Turns out it was a bad decision because it was a foil basic land, and the whole table got really mad at me. They're like, hey, you know, that really would have changed the draft because I would have taken that card because it's worth like $8. And I was like, well, I don't know, man. I was like, if I'd known that you're not supposed to take it out, I would have picked it first as well because my rare sucked. But I don't know if I'm welcome back in that local game store because of my breach of etiquette. The end. And then the full art foil planes went to somebody else, but that's okay. I got a prairie stream. That I thought I could actually fall like straight down to the bottom, which probably wouldn't have been a good decision. What a fucking nerd. LOL, good one, NL. I don't get it. That's a more appropriate reaction, I think. I am possibly gonna die. Yep, I am an idiot. I mean, they weren't really raging, but they did call over a judge, and they were like, just so you know, like, that really changes the draft. And I'm like, oh, okay. Maybe I could buy all of you a full art foil land, and we could just pretend this never happened, or... But of course I'm not gonna do that. They're like $8 each, but it's the thought that counts, right? Okay, let's get in here. I don't really like the puncher, but I'll take it. Help. I'm safe. I'm safe, jellyfish. Okay, here we go. I feel like I've regressed a little bit. My combos are not doing as well, but I'm also not using my economy for anything. Like, apologies for trying to coin a roguelike-ish term here when I played the game for 45 minutes, but I haven't really bought anything that I felt is, like, super useful. But I might be wrong. Why is it wrong to take a good card for yourself? I don't think it is. It was just that, like, I thought it's removed because it changes the draft pattern, basically. Like, if it's a non-foil land, you remove it, but, so I was like, I don't know, it's a foil art land. It's my own fault because I really should have just asked. But I was like, everyone's being so serious about the draft. Nobody's like revealing what they've got. They're all like looking on their cell phones to be like, how much is this? Is this card worth above 50 cents? Because if so, I'm going to take it even if it doesn't affect my draft. So I was like, I don't want to reveal too much information. And I should have asked. But still, learn from my mistake, potentially, is what I'm trying to get at, I suppose. This is a combo and a half right here, baby. Oh, I touched the ground. My mistake. I find that that's not conducive to keeping your combo going. Yeah, I mean, the idea is that basic lands are like... You don't need to draft basic lands, because you can just pick up as many as you want and put them in your deck. So you don't want to, like... Basically, if you left them in, it would just be kind of like a time waster. NL, will you play XCOM 2 when it's out? Absolutely. No question. I knew that the draft was getting pretty serious because one of the dudes at the table across from us actually passed over an expedition to take another card. And the dude next to him was like, why did you pass up a $65 card to have a chance to win $12? He's like, no, I want to win the draft. More power to you. You're a bigger man than I am in that one. But maybe he's going for the Pro Tour or something. And I mean that sincerely. He might actually be. Draft is fun, though. I liked it. In spite of my breach of etiquette. If somebody else had pulled the full art foil, that would have been ideal, though. So that I didn't have to go through the embarrassment of having a judge called on me. People thinking I'm trying to rip them out of their share of $8. Alright. I'm not doing so well here. I probably should have gone back up there. I need to learn, like, the weapon hierarchies, I think. Right now, I'm just kind of playing, like, willy-nilly. Need to have more considered action, I think. But it's so hard because things move so fast in this game. What happened to your XCOM Long War series? I stopped it because the game is very, 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 very hard. Ah! I should not have stood there. I was reading chat. This is also like a terrible game to play and read chat at the same time. How many $65 cards do I need to win all Magic games? You know, like 70. Somewhere in that vicinity. 60, I guess. That's not totally true. The best standard decks right now, or at least the ones that are most consistently at the top, are like $700 though, so it's up there for sure. Okay, we've kept our combo alive here. I think you should take every weapon because they give you extra charges and HP. That's probably a very good point, actually. What happened to the Nuclear Throne series? Computer problems, but the good news is I actually recorded more Nuclear Throne today. And because it runs in DirectX, I think that is something that you're going to see more of in the near future. And I also, did they nerf, like, Nuclear Throne? Did they make it a little easier? Because I was kicking ass on my daily, and having not played the game for months, well, not months, but like, you know, a month, I was very surprised to find that that was the case. So I guess one of the benefits of the Napi here is that it gives us great lateral movement. It seems like we can really move without losing too much verticality, I guess. Getting gems causes a bullet to shoot up. Let's try that. We haven't done that one yet. Good. What is your opinion on YouTube V-Boy? I'm actually, I know you're talking about YouTube Red, and probably as a joke, but it's something that's worth talking about, I guess. I was talking about it on Twitter today. I hate Twitter. I love Twitter, but I hate talking about shit on Twitter because, you know, it's an argument waiting to happen. But I am pro YouTube Red. Let me explain why. Everybody knows Adblock is free. Everybody knows Adblock exists. I don't buy this, like, strategy of, like, no, dude, don't mention Adblock because then people are going to know that Adblock's a thing. Everybody that's been on the internet for more than, like, a month knows about Adblock. At least if they want to know about Adblock, they know about Adblock. It's not a sensible strategy. It's like, you know, hey, don't tell people about weed. If nobody tells them about weed, they're never going to know that it exists, thus they can never do it, right? It's terrible, like, anti-Adblock strategy. My philosophy is that there are some people who use Adblock basically just because they can and it's convenient for them. But then there are some people who feel bad about it but still don't want to stop using Adblock because it's, you know, they hate pop-up ads, they have concerns about ad security and stuff like that, malware mostly. And those people, this gives them an option to actually be able to watch stuff on YouTube. Presumably some of that money is going to go to the creators and... let's get this youth here. And they can assuage their guilt a little bit because they want to support the creators. They just aren't willing to watch ads to make that happen. And you know what? That's okay. You know, they've made their principles clear and they can stand by them. But I think any option that gives people the ability to support, you know, you'll be surprised at the number of people that may do it. So I don't know if it's ever going to reach prevalence or anything like that. But as a YouTube creator, I'm pro YouTube Red right now. It's basically like YouTube's version of Twitch Turbo, and I'm pro Twitch Turbo. Even though it is more beneficial to just subscribe to the channel directly if you're only interested in supporting that unique channel, I think it's a positive force for the site at large. Like, I really don't like the idea of like, well, Adblock exists already, so why would I pay for this? If you're going to ask that question, you're already not going to pay for it. So don't waste other people's time trying to convince you. You've already made up your mind. But for other people who want to, get a good service and assuage their guilt a little bit, I think that this is fine. Especially if you watch like a lot of music on YouTube. I know that sounds like a weird sentence, but if you do like all your music listening on YouTube, I think that's a great service. Especially considering it comes with Google Play Music. But anyway, I digress. We need some HP. Let's take HP Max +1. It's the first time we've ever actually been able to afford it. Unfortunately, it's only available in America to start, I think. But that's, that's YouTube. There's different legislation in different parts of the world, and, they gotta roll it out according with local laws and stuff like that. But anyway. Hit a gun module wants to reshuffle it. Let's try it. Oh, ignore the bloops. It must mean the Blue Jays either lost or just scored. That's the only reason I get messages on Gmail these days. That and my friends deliberately trying to cause bloops during the stream because they're 10 years old. Okay, I'll tab and close this. And there we go. It was not about the Blue Jays, but that's okay. He means Josh. No, he's doing his own thing. Josh is an adult with an adult life when he's not on the NLSS. Oh, the combo was real there for a second. We got 2 HP. Did I get the cannibal one? Because if so, I should really start eating some corpses. But I also don't know how to eat corpses. It's like Catacomb Kids all over again. You know what? I think Nick would really like this game. I know that we were joking earlier. People were saying, oh, this is like, oh, I'm an idiot, and that was going pretty well. This is such a Nick game, but this is like, I think this is something that Nick would actually enjoy. Although I'm sure when he comes back, there's a pretty good chance that he'll be like, I don't understand why everyone's talking about Downwell, and as a result, he will be less likely to play it. But that's okay too. That could be your prerogative. I'm like that about some things as well. Tried to wall jump there and fucked it up miserably. I'm starting to enjoy the Noppy a little bit. This is the most Nick game of all time. Okay, well, I'm glad to hear that. And now, why are you playing a Nick game? Because me and Nick don't differ that much in our preferences towards video games. Somewhat surprisingly. Oh, I fucked up my combo. I like a lot of Nick games. Just some of them don't really resonate with me. I can go the rest of my life without playing, like, a Metroidvania inspired by the NES era, and I would be thrilled. Thank you, Nihilist AGS, for the subscription as well. Man, I gotta work on those jumps a little bit. That's a rookie mistake. NL, you should play Karnov. You know what? You should fuck right off, mister. What type would you be if you were a Pokemon? I think I'd be like a freaking... I'm thinking, at first I'm like coughing. Why? I don't know. Coffee just kind of like hangs out, right? I go, coffee. Just like farts. That's okay. Like, that's a life that I can see myself living. I'm not really, I don't know what other kind of Pokemon it would be. Machine Gun's pretty good. Well, in Nuclear Throne, Machine Gun is pretty okay. I don't know about this. Oh, the combo's real. Okay. I would like it if my drone could relax its shit just the slightest amount here. Oh! I really thought I could fall on the jellyfish. That's okay. Well, I mean, I can fall on the jellyfish, but I thought I could. Subtle difference. Probably should just bail on this floor. Unless we find another shop. Terrible, terrible damage. I'd be Executor? I don't like Executor. It freaks me out, man. It freaks me out because of there was like this Goosebumps book that was like about a carton of rotten eggs that was actually like an alien or something like that. And then right at the same time I was like into Pokemon. Because they're roughly the same demos in terms of like, you know, personal enjoyment. I was reading Goosebumps and you know, playing Pokemon, and Executor always freaked me out. I thought he was like a stinky alien. Egg monsters from Mars. Yeah, that's the one. Of course, it's a classic. Everyone remembers where they were when Egg Monsters from Mars came out. I didn't think that R.L. Stine had it in him. Just when I thought you couldn't get any stupider, you go and do something like this and totally redeem yourself. Can you just like walk into those guys? Yeah, it does an automatic jump on them. Okay, so, you know, information learned slightly. Oh, good dodge. Get this red eye out of here. Let's take a car battery. Let's take that battery, and we haven't been hit yet. What's your opinion on eggs? I'm mostly for them, but I don't eat them that much. But like once every couple of months, I'll be like, I want to eat a lot of eggs this week, and then I'll have some eggs. But you know, if you ask me to rank the parts of a traditional breakfast, I would put the breakfast meat and the hash browns and the toast way up there, and the eggs much lower. Not because I think they're bad. That's my own personal mountain to deal with. How much does this game cost? It's $3. It's a $3 game. A $3 game. I'm also like feeling like I'm really bad at it. But I'm feeling like I'm focusing way too much on the combo and less on the survival, which is leading to my disasters here. What about when you combine the hash browns with the eggs? I'm not interested in that heresy, to be honest with you. How do you rank the parts of a chicken? Probably like breast, thigh, wing, everything else. I just completely ruined my chance at a dope combo here. Yep. You know what? Let's retry. What's your opinion on Starbucks? Acceptable, ubiquitous coffee chain. I do not mind it. But I also don't care about, like, I don't know. Starbucks, I'm gonna retry again. It's getting Trials Evolution-y. It's like, it's a weirdly hot button issue because it's associated with, like, a certain subset of the population. You know, it's like, Starbucks is like the Kmart of coffee roasters or something like that. You get people that are like, oh, you're a hipster, you're drinking Starbucks. You also get people that are like, Starbucks is not, the coffee sucks. You know, Tim Hortons is better. And it's like, I don't know, I like coffee, man. I'll drink some 7-Eleven coffee. I'll drink some gas station coffee. I'll drink Starbucks coffee, no problem. Doesn't matter to me. Use the nuclear palette? I'm very scared of the palettes in this game. Because the V-Boy one has actually ruined my retinas for the rest of my adult life. And I was thinking about using those. Puncher. I don't really like this, but perhaps I could be persuaded. Oh, we kept our combo going. There's like some penance there at least. Shoot a gun module wants to reshuffle it. What's your opinion on Norway? I'm for it, I suppose. I've got no reason to be against it. That'd be pretty fucked up if somebody was like, what's your opinion on this country? And you're just like, I fucking hate it. I've never been there, but I don't like it one bit. You fucking salted fish-eating sons of bitches. You Kalmar Union son of a bitch. I don't know. Okay, again, yeah, focus on survival. Good focus on survival. We're gonna do one more run here. What's your opinion on subjective experience and the sense of identity? You know, I think we're defined as a self based on our memories and the values that we hold, which you know, that's experience or experiential right there. So that's my opinion on that. Oh my god, I'm real freaking bad here. What's your opinion on Venezuela? The capital is Caracas. What's your opinion on Eggheads? You mean the Batman villain? Little did I know I would eventually become the Batman villain. These platformers are I want a platformless level so I can actually get my combo. I will play Fallout 4 when I come out, yes. NL, what is the capital of Serbia? I occasionally forget, but right now is not one of those times. Capital of Serbia is Belgrade. This is a good combo. P. Puncher. I don't like the puncher, but I'll take it for the extra charges. Should I? Well, that's another question altogether. I ruined my combo. But a 14 combo, it's not bad. We're going to be fiscally in an okay position. 410 gems. Nipple my son. I'm sorry, I missed the shout out. It's hard to see it while I'm playing here. That's my bad. What's your opinion on all these opinion-based questions? I'm for it because, you know, without a co-host, it gives me something to, you know, keep the conversation flowing. This is not a good situation for me to be in from a health perspective here, but that's okay. This is N, which I actually like, so I'll take it. After shooting it once to try to re-roll it. You know what? I've decided I actually think this item ain't so bad after all. Okay, here we go. Keep yourself going here. We have a shop, 554 gems. I'd like to get +2 charges so we have way more ammo. Will you ever play CK2 again? I miss the Banana Dong Dynasty. I think my CK2 days are probably behind me. As unfortunate as that is. I loved the game. Do I still love the game? I don't know. I haven't played it in like a year, but I've realized there's not much of a market for people who like are really into those games, but also want to watch someone play them suboptimally. And like, you know, anecdotally, there's gonna be people who are like, well, I like it, and I appreciate that, but you know, the numbers for those series don't lie to a large extent, and it seems like my time is better spent elsewhere. We might as well try to consume dead bodies, but I don't know how it's gonna work. Like, that doesn't mean that Paradox stuff is done forever, but I think we're gonna relegate EU4 multiplayer for a bit until new DLC for it comes out. I really should have probably gotten that room up there. New noteworthy DLC. Not just like, you know, new flags. If you're into that, that's cool too. I'm the world's greatest. Until I ruined my combo, I was the world's greatest. Never forget. Oh, I jumped right into that bat. Okay, I gotta eat some corpses. Which enemies create corpses? I should really go to the shop as well. I fucked up! Okay, I'm gonna do one more. I fucked up the wall jump. Palette unlocked Grandma. If I got you some Versace shoes, would you wear them? I would be very uncomfortable with that gift, considering that it would probably be very expensive. Whose grandma looks like this? It's freaking me out. Are you looking forward to Stellaris? Yeah, I mean, reasonably so. I don't know too much about it, but the Paradox formula applied to something in space seems cool. Seems like a cool idea. This is good. 11 combo. Oh, I didn't mean to touch that. This palette is dope. Happy to hear this. Good, good, good. I freaking missed my... Stole my sunshine on that one. Great. Oh my god, gravity is like extended up here. I don't know what that even means. Stomping on enemies causes a blast. Let's do it. NL, have you played any City Skylines lately? No, I have not. That's not a knock against City Skylines. I had my fun with it. It's one of those games where I'm like, I don't really see myself going back to it. Not that it's bad at all. I'm just kind of like, I'm done with it. And I think that's okay. You know, again, something's got to give. Like, I play a lot of games that are quote-unquote evergreen. You know, they last forever. You just get better at them. And there's no, like, true ending. A lot of sandboxing stuff is another way you might describe that. And, again, something's got to give at some point. You can't just keep playing every game. Oh, my God, he almost killed me. You can't just keep playing every game forever. As much as I might like to. I don't really want to give up the laser, but I will. Gotta get some HP as well, if possible at least. Good. Okay, we got a combo going. We got a burst fire. I don't know how I feel about burst fire, but the combo was solid. Okay, let's make it down here. This is a very good game. I appreciate that. I didn't make it, but I appreciate it. Let's increase our range and accuracy. I thought Cities was kind of overhyped. I don't think it was like, I mean, I think I get where you're coming from. Like, it was played by everybody. But I really think it's because, like, that genre is accessible and people have, like, good experiences with the older SimCity games and stuff like that, and then felt kind of betrayed by... take both of these. Felt kind of betrayed by SimCity 2013, and, like, as a result... City Skylines kind of got maybe a disproportionate benefit to what it might have gotten if SimCity 2013 had actually been what was promised or desired by people, I guess. Oh, that was such poor damage on my part. Right, we still got 2 HP, still workable. I kind of don't like creating a blast when I land. It seems like I'm killing some enemies that I could be comboing off of, but I might be missing some added intricacy there. Okay, 1 HP. Maybe we can get one more here. This pallet makes me want to cry. Okay, we made it to the catacombs. That's not a subpar performance. Again, as long as we can put together a run that can beat Mathis, I consider this to be a huge success. Getting a lot of charges, too. Hey, NL, do you know or care about Overwatch? I think that's one of those things where, like, I have to be selective about what I play, because I'm also into Magic right now, so, like, I don't know if there's room in my life for Overwatch and Magic and work and learning programming and also my wife. So, one of those is going to have to give, and it'll probably be Overwatch. As much as it looks awesome, you know, it'll have every available opportunity to cannibalize another one of my interests, but for right now, I'm not planning on it, but I have no doubt that Blizzard has, you know, it 100% within their power to deliver an awesome and, you know, very extremely addictive product, so, yeah, I mean, I think you'd have to be kind of short-sighted to doubt Blizzard. I mean, I remember seeing Hearthstone when they announced it just before PAX East, and I was like, yeah, Blizzard's making a card game. Okay, what's up, Kate?
I was scared when you say one of them gotta give up, you're gonna say my wife.
No, of course not.
Don't give up on me.
You did spook me a little bit when you just opened the door and I turned to my left and there she was.
I'm everywhere.
What is the capital of Nicaragua? It's Tegucigalpa, actually. You try to fool me? I don't think so, mister. But yeah, I remember seeing Hearthstone and being like, yeah, a collectible card game, that's gonna work. Wow, way to go, Blizzard. You fucked it. And then, like, of course, Hearthstone comes out and everybody's like, oh, myself included, like, whoa, actually, this is, like, really good. I would kill someone for a beta code. Those were the days. Oh, that's Honduras' capital. It's actually Managua. Ah! I'm sorry. My mistake. But if you were from Honduras, you're probably stoked, right? Come on, stay alive, stay alive. This was a triumph. And oh, that, whoa! I activated him. I activated him. Heals HP in 1 charge. Okay, and then... Oh, I didn't leave myself enough to buy the other HP. That's alright, life goes on. Don't activate the skulls. Oh, oh! I'm trapped! I'm trapped! Okay. We're gonna stop playing this and play some Nuclear Throne now. But first I'm gonna run some ads. I will be playing this again. Maybe I'll do a short series on the channel or something like that. I got a lot of work to do before I actually understand what I'm supposed to be doing in this game. But for now, thanks for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed this. And I'll see you in 3 minutes to play some Nuclear Throne.
Are you gonna pee?
Why?
I'm gonna shower.
Okay, you can go shower. That's fine. You're putting me on blast here, Kate. Give Chad a stool sample or something like that. This looks like a fun video game. Well, this right here is a black screen, but I appreciate it nonetheless. I will start up Nuclear Throne so you don't just have to look at a black screen. I like that Nuclear Throne has the side art option now as well. You can't see it until I am not alt-tabbing, which is really strange, but that's okay. Nuclear Throne character tier list. You don't want to know my Nuclear Throne character tier list. I promise you that, because it will mislead you. I am going to get some water. Hello. I'm back. Are we back from ads? No. I'm gonna drink this water really fast. And now, how good are you in programming right now? Probably the world's best programmer. Yeah, if I'm being modest about it. You need me to iterate over a fixed size array? No problem, baby. Print out all the names in your database. That's just the Steve Jobsian shit that I've been practicing for months. You need me to create a phone book? Even though that's an antiquated piece of technology, I got the hash maps for that. You want to type in a string and have it reversed? Give me a couple hours. I'm from Honduras and you hurt my feelings. How so? I know your capital is Tegucigalpa. Your flag is blue and white. You knocked Canada out of World Cup 2014 contention with like a disgusting 8-1 victory. Are you controlling these ads? I've got a Michael Caine movie like 4 times in a row. Make an Asian food side tier list. Fucking S tier, gyoza. A tier, agadashi tofu, tempura. B tier, you're getting into the sunamonos, you know, the Korean style banchans, particularly like a kimchi or you know, the steamed potato, the gamja cholim, odang cholim, stuff like that. Maybe then you start getting into like your good quality egg rolls and spring rolls as well. Shrimp salad roll if the mood strikes you. All right, let's change my game name here. Mr. Gumshoe, thank you very much for the subscription. Oh, we already changed the game name. Kimchi's not a Japanese food. You will get fucking shot if you suggest that. That's like the most contentious issue in Korean-Japanese relations next to, you know, Dokdo right now. All right, here we go. Before I start, I do like this one. And I'll do Michael Caine doing the best cry ever. Okay, Brill Crosby, thank you very much for the subscription as well. That would be... Pardon me. Marched away, indeed. Oh no. That's a little too deep. Oh no. Deep in your heart. I still love you. That's not very good. And then he'd be like, Wayne! Master Wayne! Something like that. Okay. We'll random here. This seems too quiet. I will raise the audio level. Which is very disconcerting for me as somebody who just recorded a Nuclear Throne episode with that volume. Hey Luke, did you do worse than Larson? I did the daily today, and I will confirm that Luke did worse than Larson, which is pretty surprising. Because Larson is the only person on planet Earth worse at Nuclear Throne than I am. So, Luke has a lot of answering to do. I might have put him on blast a little bit in the video. I've been waiting for that Asian side dish tier list for so long. I'm sorry to have kept you waiting. I'm a big fan of, you know, like if I go out for Korean food, I'm all over the banchan. It's the dopest, man. Unlimited kimchi. You know, sometimes you get like some banchan you're not that into though, you know, like steamed potatoes, my favorite. Hook me up. I love that. But then when they're like, by the way, here's like some bean sprouts and sesame oil. I'm like, you know, I appreciate you, I appreciate your culture, but I don't want your bean sprouts and sesame oil right now. I want some steamed potatoes, but maybe, you know, it is inhospitable to ask for that. I played Nuclear Throne for 300 hours without borders. I'm gonna start playing with the borders now. Yeah, the side art, man. It looks pretty nice. What is the capital of Belgium? It's fucking Brussels, man. Where the sprouts come from. Hey, you know, people are saying bean sprouts are the best of the banchans. You know what? I'm happy that there's people out there that agree with that. Because then that means when you go out for Korean food, you're not taking my steamed potatoes. Or my kimchi. I love going out for Korean food with someone who's like, kimchi's too spicy for me. I'm like, oh, this is the best day ever. Let me cover $1 or $2 of your meal because I'm gonna be going to town on that fermented cabbage. I don't care. I love it. Just like that one song where the lady crashed her car into a bridge, which is very irresponsible. Capital of Bulgaria is freaking Sofia. Denmark. It's Copenhagen. That's not even like a B difficulty. That's like, you know, 3rd grade capitals. What's the capital of Denmark, they say? What's the capital of Canada? Obviously, it's Toronto. You'd be surprised. I went to school in Canada, because I'm Canadian, and you'd be surprised how many times, you know, even as far as like 5th or 6th grade, people would be like, yeah, capital of Canada, that's Toronto. I know I'm from this country, but capital of Canada, definitely Toronto. It's the capital of Sweden. That's even easier than the Danish one. Freaking Stockholm. No, that's not the way it's pronounced, but I added a little extra emphasis to express how trivial the answer was in terms of its difficulty. It's capital of Uzbekistan? I knew that at one point. Is it Tashkent? It's not Astana. That's the Kazakhstan capital. I thought Toronto was a territory. That's just ignorant. That's just ignorant. Auto shotgun. We have to take that. Probably replace the bazooka, I guess. Capital of Bolivia is freaking La Paz? Yeah, I think it's La Paz. Now that I think about it. I probably should have been more confident before answering. Let's try Recycle Plant here. What was the capital of Norway between 1877 and 1925? Oh, I don't know, man. That one's like, you're getting pretty tough now. Is that Trondheim? I don't know. I'm taking a guess. Quick NL Belarus. Quick chatter Minsk. I'm not gonna minsk my words. I know the capital of Belarus. If anything is even a remote power in the international world of competitive hockey, I'm gonna know its capital. I promise you this. It's the capital of Azerbaijan? It's like you think I don't even know that Garry Kasparov comes from there. It's Baku. Oh, I can't believe I managed to miss all that. There we go. I forgot you could actually right-click in this game and you have like some advantages as a result. I really like the change in the bullet arts. I think it represents the hitbox more accurately. Capital of Panama? Look, take me down to the Panama City, which is the capital of Panama, and the girls are probably of an appropriate level of physical attractiveness relative to the rest of the world, if I had to guess. We're out of energy. That's not good. We got energy. That's better. So much geography in chat and it's not GeoGuessr yet. Yeah, get ready. GeoGuessr's coming. I'm not gonna say the capital of Saskatchewan because you just want me to talk dirty to you. It's capital of Colombia? Freaking Bogota. I'd like to Bogota there and experience some of their culture. Capital of Lithuania? It's freaking Vilnius. I'm Vilnius to answer that question. No, wait. The Joker was the most villainous of all the Batman villains. I'm having some trouble using that one in a sentence, but... I'm almost at full HP again. I'm done with World Capitals. We'll tackle that shit when we get to GeoGuessr chat. If they ever beat the Geeks World Capitals edition, I'm all over it, man. Unless they ask me, like, any of the ones in Africa that are not Libya or Egypt, at which point I'll just be like, oh, heavy grenade launcher. I think we owe it to ourselves to try this. I'll take Bloodlust. And then, I'll get rid of Laser Pistol to try Heavy Grenade Launcher. Now, I don't expect this to necessarily be better, but it is new to me, so I figure we owe it to ourselves to give it a try. Which is it's a new philosophy for me. It's going pretty well so far. I really feel like they've kind of nerfed, or let's put it this way, I think they've made it a lot easier on the ice caves here. I fought Little Hunter, and it was like the easiest spawn I've ever seen. I understand that that's anecdotal. And doesn't necessarily indicate that something has been changed. But the spawn was so easy for Little Hunter that I was like, this has to be indicative of like a change. I bet you don't even know the capital of the USA. Duh, New York City. Everybody knows that. Probably a relatively common mistake, I'd have to guess. Wave gun. Yeah, that's... Wave gun versus auto shotty? I don't know. The wave gun is pretty dope. It's gonna be hard for me to say no to that. And now Little Hunter is still hard. And well, I'll take your word for it. Let's try Impact Wrists. I'm kind of digging this heavy grenade launcher. I'm not gonna lie. Your loving gets me high. To keep you by my side, there's nothing that I won't try. Butterfly, inner eye with the looks to kill. Time has passed and I'm asking, can this be real? Because I can't sleep. I can't hold still. The only thing I really know is she got sex appeal, and I can feel too much is never enough. It's like it gets tough after that. Some of the times get rough. Just stay safe. Stay still. Is the capital Bill Gates? I don't know, probably like capital B. The base letter. I've angered IDPD, but I'm confident enough in this run right now that I'm not too pissed off about this. Laser cannon is pretty dope. We'll take that over our heavy grenade launcher. Yeah, I can stick with laser cannon. Oh, the crowns actually have icons now. This is incredible. I'm not gonna take any though. 30 FPS hate. This shouldn't be running in 30. I can look at the screen right now. It's running in 60, so maybe if it's a Twitch encoding issue or something like that. My recording software is running in 60. I guess we don't have to worry about angering IDPD because we already angered them. Or they were going to get angered regardless, I should say. Oh. Pretty terrible damage on my part. Man, I'm so happy that they've kind of pulled back the range on these, the spread, I should say, on these bullet sprites, I guess. So that it seems more representative of the actual size of the hitbox instead of just being enormous when the bullets were not actually that big. Starting to regret this laser cannon a little bit, but there's no other enemy for our first loop that is as mobile as this motherfucker. He has died from touching, I don't even know, but fine by me. What's your opinion on chili? I'm for it. I don't get into the political shit of whether it should or should not have beans. I'm just happy to be eating chili. By the way, the capital of which is Santiago. I like that with the wave gun. pretty much just like find an area, pardon me, hold the trigger down, and then just live forever. Nuclear Throne got a major sound patch. I didn't know that, actually. You know, I'm gonna take patience here. Yes, beans. No to beans. I'm gonna be honest with you. If I have a choice, I prefer beans. But I'm not gonna say chili should never have beans or should never not have beans. I respect the chili medium, and I think people are doing good things on all sides of it, you know? In all genres of chili, there has been a lot of progress made. Artisan chili, down-home chili, you know, it's all good. I'm for it. As long as you're enjoying it, I'm enjoying it as well. Little light on energy here. Little light on shells is what I should have said. Okay, we'll definitely take Rhino Skin. I think that was a good patience pickup. And that's the real value of Wave Gun. Became fairly obvious right there. You know, IDPD spawns, and we're just like, nope, you're all dead. Which must be disappointing for them, you know. They're just doing their job. They don't necessarily, you know, they might not have even voted for the administration that made this law of, hey, freaking kill Crystal. They're just a vessel, you know. They're just trying to get a paycheck for their family. I understand how it is. Blood cannon. Grenade launcher is definitely not good enough. The wave gun kind of stops being useful for the throne fights, but it might be useful in advance of the throne fight, but I think I'm gonna give it a shot. NL, have you ever tried raw potato? Yes, I have. I hate it. I'm not a fan. I sort of don't understand fully Blood Cannon, by the way. I'm just gonna keep firing it until everything dies. Maybe I understand it exactly the way you should understand it. We are out of ammo for it, though. Mostly. Oh, no! That was a huge disappointment. With no ammo, it uses health. Oh, I probably should have realized that. What's the weirdest food you've ever eaten? It was probably silkworm pupa, which is a common, well, not common necessarily, but not an uncommon kind of like drinking side dish in Korea. And it's probably not as bad as you expect it to be, but it's really, really bad. I'll take Strong Spirit. Yeah, exactly, Bundegi. I've never had balut or like the century egg. I really have no interest in it. I don't need to expand my palate any more than I already have. I've probably eaten like 1,000 individual Bundegi in my life, and that's enough for me. I really think that it's kind of a collective national psychosis. Like, my friend and I would just eat it to basically be like, bet you won't. It was like being 10 years old again. It's like, bet you won't eat this gross-ass insect pod. But apparently some people have had, some people that I trust their palates have had good Bundegi, even though I didn't think it was possible. If you, like, fry it with some salt and some sesame oil, it can actually be decent, but usually it's just like, whatever place you're at just cracks open a can and then, like, drains the insect juice out of it and then puts them in a little bowl next to you, and you eat them, and it's pretty gross. Machine gun versus shotgun. I'm gonna stick with shotgun. I've got no problem sticking with shotgun. I'll try a throwing butt here. Have you ever had Kraft macaroni and cheese? All right, this is gonna mess with you, and you're gonna think I'm messing with you, is what I should say. But I have had Kraft macaroni and cheese, but only when I was too young to remember it. Ever since I was, you know, old enough to remember, I have really disliked just like the smell and the existence of Kraft macaroni and cheese. Even though it's like a Canadian staple, I'm not saying it shouldn't exist, even though I just said I hated its existence. That was me exaggerating for the purposes of humor. But I don't like it, and I got kind of lucky that in college, I guess I never really had to eat it, but I would live with people that would like cut up a piece, like a little hot dog, and then put it in the Kraft macaroni and cheese, and You know you can buy a bag of rice at the grocery store that'll pay you for like 10 meals for $1. But anyway. It's disgusting milk paste. That's a good way to describe it. I really should have taken Laser Brain there. Cobalt is streaming, WTF. Yeah, no, it wasn't like, Cobalt was not like, hey, I'm not gonna stream today, go solo. I told Cobalt to do his own thing today because I'm gonna do my own thing today. Mostly because Rebirth doesn't work on this computer, and I was like, I have like nothing installed. I'm just gonna do my own thing, and we'll reconvene when Nick comes back. Your parents probably beat you after you ate it, and now you associate the two. I would be surprised if that happened. That seems like just god-awful parenting, to feed you Kraft macaroni and cheese and then beat the shit out of you so that you just never, you know, associate the two forever in your mind. I like my parents. I don't think they would do that. But if they did, maybe they were doing me a favor, because now I've never wanted to eat Kraft macaroni and cheese. And I guess I take some semblance of pride in that fact. That was a very timely shield. I was gonna say lucky, but maybe I don't mean lucky. I mean timely. Oh God, don't be so bad, please. Pop rifle. We done? We're done. I'll take Scare Your Face. I like this quite a lot. Does this just activate right off the bat? Like Big Dog just activates at the start of the fight now? I think we saw the same thing with like, no, we didn't see the same thing with Little Hunter. Little Hunter had to be activated. I was gonna say, I have teleporting. Why am I not teleporting right now? I guess it only teleports you once you're done. Which actually is okay, because it seems like it gives you a chance to choose where you want to go, and I'll just choose to go into the enemy bullets. Why? I don't want to play as Crystal. Not that I think Crystal's bad, but I want a random. Nope. We'll wait. I'll play as a different character. I'm not ready to play as Rogue today. I'm still getting back into the Nuclear Throne meta. I want characters where I can just shoot and, you know, right-click a little bit more consistently and not have to worry about it. Oh, okay. Finally, they give me the wrench. Did he just teleport into the bullet? Yes, I did. Let's take long arms over Rhino skin. Just to, like, oh man, the long arms art looks great now. Excuse me, cat. I'm gonna need you to not be up there. Okay. Rogue got a buff, you nerd. Not everything's about buffs and nerfs, chat. You gotta, you know, learn that. The long arms I wanted to pick up because I've been seeing, you know, people I respect, Sleep Cycles. They play Nuclear Throne. And they go, oh, this could be like a long arms run. And I'm like, what are you talking about? I thought long arms was hot garbage. But apparently not. I did not throw my cat across the room. I put my cat on the ground, and then it jumped back up here. Ruka's on my shit list right now, though, because he was crazy annoying last night. We had to pull out the spray bottle at like 6:30 in the morning and be like, okay, you know, this is getting too far. And then he got real salty and started making even more noise. So then we had to close the door, and then Tomo got so anxious because the door was closed, and he's like, don't leave me outside here with this motherfucker. And he threw up on the floor. So that was like my waking up period there. It's like, oh, pretty sleepy because my cat's really noisy. Oh, one of them threw up on the ground. Then I was like, I feel bad. I shouldn't have. Well, I didn't do it. Kate did it. I'm going to throw her into the bus. But I shouldn't have locked them out, you know, at night. Not outside, but outside of our room. Ah, Ruka! Hello! Get down here. Okay. Oh, you're right. I should be eating my guns. That's my mistake. Luckily, we got another chance at Throne Butt there. Eat guns, nerd. Okay. Ruka, you're being a little silly. Being kind of a silly boy right now, right? Tell you what, why don't you sit on my lap? Like that. If you bite my headphone cord, I'm gonna bite your umbilical cord. That doesn't really make any sense. It doesn't have one. Anymore, at least. This is my first time really trying to make an effort to use long arms in quite a while. Is that the sewer? I really thought that might have been the end of the path here, but no, it looks like there's a little bit more up here. I hate crocodile sewer, man. No offense if you are one. Oh, there's a mimic too. Just the. It's the most wonderful time of. Oh my God!